We'll shift focus and head straight into a conversation that has already ignited some form of debate, in studio. Reverend, you're welcome to Sunday Breakfast.
Thank you, sir. How are you?
I'm doing amazing.
Awesome.
It's a pleasure to have you.
It's always a pleasure to be with you.
I have so much to say about this topic, but we'll give it to you, the experts, to do the education and the insights into this, right? And for the benefits of our viewers, we are discussing to do or not to do, a conversation on whether or not it's necessary to project your partner on social media.
Project your relationship.
Your relationship.
As a whole.
Yeah, but I'm not more
media.
interested in the partner because of what you said off air.
Why am I posting
Why not?
you? Why?
Why not?
Why am I posting
Why not?
you? Until you put a ring on it, why am I posting
Why
you?
not?
So that's what happens.
So that people know you are out of bounds.
Oh, please.
Can we
So
have
my
a
mouth
ceasefire?
can't say. My mouth cannot tell people that I'm in a relationship.
No, your mouth cannot say it for it to be as far-reaching.
Oh,
How many
please.
people can you tell that you're in a relationship as compared to putting on your
You're
socials?
not going to
for
be
people
on my
see?
social media.
It's a red flag.
Not even your ear.
It's
Can
a
we
red
have
flag.
security?
And it's grounds for
Not
breakup.
even your ear.
And it's
will be
grounds
on-
for breakup.
Grounds for breakup.
Yes.
And you're quay.
I can't believe this. Reverend, we'll leave it to you
Yes, Reverend, we'll leave it to you.
decide this as the
To
jury on
post
this
or
matter.
not to post.
Well, thank you very much for having me, and a great good morning to your cherished viewers. I think that this topic is arguably one of the very interesting topics to have right now in Ghana. When it comes to posting your relationship or sharing, if you like, projecting your relationship on social media. And I think that social media has come to add a lot of good things to us. And like any good thing, it has helped to project people's careers. It's helped to project people's businesses. And so for every good thing that is out there, people like to be able to make sure that it's in the place where they can be able to have the necessary attention, because these are things that need to be able to wield bandwidth or leverage on what the public can do or respond to when it comes to shining light on it. But the conversation about relationships had certain characteristics that then queries this particular action to project your relationship on social media. And I've heard your argument. I think it had to take the grace of God and security here to separate the two of you for all the good reasons, whatever they may be. First and foremost, the relationships we have are private and personal. It is important for us as couples to understand that we are not in relationship because of the society, unless it's matchmaking made for the screens. This is important for us to have that understanding that relationships are private, relationships are personal. When you make a decision to put yourself out there, you must be able to embrace anything else that comes along. There is the argument people have to say that if you don't post your partner, you're hiding something. The question is, from who? The question is, why? Why is that even a hide? Why is that even a conversation? There are people who benefit from putting themselves out there because they are making something out of it.
Right.
I can speak of the Kardashians. I can speak of, so many different families that makes money out of putting themselves out there, and they are intentional about it. So the question I posed to you is, why do you project yours out there? Is it for validation? Is it to gain acceptance from people? Remember, every good thing also had its side effects. Recently on social media, there is this frenzy that has entered into our society where people, when they're about to get married, they bring this pre-wedding or pre-ceremony photo shoots, and they splash it all over social media, save the date. Hello, is that we been invited? Who brought this? Where did it come from? Where are we learning these things? All right?
Yeah.
I believe that every marriage I've conducted as a pastor, a priest, every ceremony I have seen are all very personal, family. Because it's the man's family, the woman's family, at worst, friends. But those that are invited. So you put it out there. Yes, you want everyone to see. There are ways to go about this. And it is very vital to have the understanding why we are putting it out there. If you are already asking or you are stating to your partner that if you don't post me, it means you're hiding something, then there is a fundamental question to be asked, and it's a question of trust and insecurity. Do you trust your partner? Why must you be posted on their before? If you don't trust, have a sit down. Talk about the elements of what is bringing those insecurities, these trust issues. Go to the bottom of it. Because to be honest, if I'm not benefiting from putting my wives and my kids, and I will share with you some few things that it will break your heart. How many relationships are destroyed because it's either they posted themselves too quickly, they put things out there, and the relationship failed to mature to the place where they have bonded enough to have the strength to overcome the challenges that hit them. And these are the basic things that if you don't define to yourselves well, and it's just a matter of you want to gain some, should I say, traction on social media, people should know if you're not posting me, yeah, you can have a point, but if you're not careful, you will lose what you actually are trying to preserve. So for me, it's important that if this is what you want to, have a sit down, have a discussion. If you want to post, agree on what can be posted. Because nowadays, people just go on social media and they say everything.
Talking about saying everything, Rary, hold your thoughts. Let's just put out our WhatsApp line so our viewers can also join in the discussion. If you are wondering how you can be a part of this really exciting conversation ongoing with Reverend Benny Oseidia, who is a life coach and a relationship expert, if there's anything like that, but we choose to call him a counselor, which he is. You can do so by joining the discussion on our WhatsApp line 0204
447-033.
Thank you. Alternatively, you can use the hashtag Sunday Breakfast. Send in all of your messages, comments, questions, contributions, experiences, and issues that you just want some clarity on. And I'm sure Reverend Ben Oseidia will be able to help us with all of those. So, Rev, you could go ahead.
Thank you. So, for me, critical to consider when you are planning to project yourself is one, privacy and security.
Okay.
There have been stories that we've projected over the years when it comes to the dangers of digital platforms.
Okay.
Where people can track and trace. People are going on holidays. They put it out there. So let's say I know where Eno stays. I know where she lives. Because of course she's posted her home, her house, her gate, her street, and her address.
Let me even help you. If you're on an app like Snapchat, right, and your location feature is on, it shows the exact spot you are in.
So geotagging.
Exactly. Yes. So you don't even need to wait for the person to post.
Okay.
Once the location notification is on, you can see it.
Okay. Yeah. So now think of a scenario where you have this incident and you posted that the family is on vacation, you're out there, you're chilling. For those 5 days you're out on vacation, someone is enjoying themselves, taking their time to ransack your home. There have been so many instances like that.
Yeah.
There are places where people, I'm here, I'm having this. See, I say, if there are benefits, there are projects you are running that warrants or requires that you put and project yourself out there, no qualms about that. But either than that, you are exposing yourself more than you think. Now, it also calls for unnecessary pressure.
Reverend, still on point one, right? The pushback then is for every other thing you post on social media, you can set yourself up for attacks or all of those things you mentioned. So it's not a relationship problem.
Oh, yeah. See, people can criticize for anything.
Yeah.
But if you watch it critically,
Exactly.
businesses that post their products, their services, what they're doing, projects they've been able to, what kind of criticism really comes out of that? Because it's public consumption, it's information. You're putting a spotlight on what you're doing, on the good thing, on your business to gain traction. But see, immediately you bring personal issues. You are very sensitive to these personal issues. A few weeks ago, one beautiful lady posted their pre-wedding or marriage photo shoot. People saw the physique of the gentleman and they started hitting at them. So how can a lady like this get married to? Then they have all this kind of description.
Yeah.
Few weeks later, we heard the marriage didn't happen.
Yeah, so it's a societal problem, not necessarily a couple problem or a posting on social media.
But if she had posted
my
on
point is
social
that
media,
You are in an ecosystem.
the point is, if people are being rude or disrespectful to people who put their stuff on social media, the victim here is not the couple, right? It is the problem here is not the couple posting on social media, but the fact that society has allowed people who are, indisciplined and uncultured, for want of a better word.
Unfortunately, you could have a point.
You get where my
but it
argument
may
is coming
fall flat.
from. Really,
I'll tell you why.
Reverend, I'm interested.
There are no guarantees out there that whatever you put out there should be embraced. It's a public space.
Yeah.
It's free for all. It's a jungle.
So you can choose to ignore.
Oh, people can choose to ignore, but if you bring it in the public space, it's an invitation to take
for
a
us to
hit.
comment, exactly.
Yeah, but
If you want it private,
don't
why do you
post
put it out there?
Yeah, but you see, then the argument would be that I get it.
No,
I
just
get it.
answer that
I
first.
get it. Yeah, but it is not an invitation to abuse.
No.
Once
it is
abuse
never.
comes in, it is society who has now let down, not bringing up people in the right way for them to see an opportunity in that.
Unfortunately, no one can guarantee that aspect.
It's too
of
idealistic.
society. You're thinking of an ideal situation that I put something out there, everyone should embrace it.
Or if you don't embrace it, don't talk
You will
about it.
inherit vanity and the wind. Because, see, not everyone is prim and proper thinking in the direction you are thinking.
Right. Yeah.
For you, it's harmless. I just had great fun. I put it out there. What your expectations will be is that someone sees it, oh, you guys are a great, match, you're this and that. Someone begin to sit back and say, why is your hair like that?
Yeah.
One, forgive my French, idiot shows up and begin to now zero on, okay, what can we find and put, because not everyone is happy about what you have.
Yeah.
Someone would wish to have what you have.
Yeah.
You see that gentleman or lady, you think, or others are telling you they are this and they are that. Someone would have wished they have what you have. So it is very important. In the Bible says that when Jesus was born, or let me even use the Moses example. When Moses was born, the parents of Moses saw that he was a goodly child. So they hid him for 3 months. Why? The king of Egypt had issued a decree that all male born under 2 years must be slaughtered. Now, because the parents saw he was a goodly child, they hid the child
On the waterbed.
until they couldn't do anymore, and they released, on the waterbed in the basket so that they could actually get to wherever. And fortunately, they ended up in the palace. Now, the critical thing here is that every good thing, to a very large extent, needs some level of protection, preservation, and hiding. Until it's able to stand on itself, that no matter the attacks that comes at it, you will be able to withstand.
I love the point of protecting, good things that
It is not everything that you have that people should have consumption of. There are people who hate it just because you're happy.
Yeah.
They see this guy making your life so brilliant, shining, there's always a smile on your face. This guy makes you to laugh all the way through. Someone is not enjoying that. And the mere fact that they see you having that fun, that laughter, you might not even have the money.
Yeah.
But this person makes your life so happy. They are not happy about that. You put it out there and see, you must understand.
Yeah.
We are not all motivated by good spirits.
True.
There are people whose intentions are ill, and if they cannot have it, you
can't
cannot
have
It's
it.
bad for you. So don't you then think we should channel our resources and energies into trying to let people see the good in situations rather than to limit people from expressing open love and just affinity for one another?
So this is where I think the people that should be knowing these good things are the people within your circle
Okay.
that can contribute, encourage, strengthen, motivate, and support, than putting in the public space. Because when you do, it's free for all.
Yeah.
It's a jungle.
Right.
And there is no government policy that will change it. There is no government. You're talking about policies. Society didn't trade. Dude, put them in a classroom. Right in the classroom.
There will be people
they
like
are
that.
busy.
Right 100 times.
To be fair, on some of the social media platforms, right, there's
Yeah.
an option of limiting it to close friends and family members. In that instance, will you say it's okay to post?
Oh, well, remember that the person is close to you, but he's also a friend of a friend. And then a friend of another friend that becomes a friend of another friend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you posted, oh, yeah, okay, then I
Close
put it there.
circles, but it's
Yeah.
out.
And then it's out.
I feel you.
If you want to keep it, I hear people say, whatever I'm going to tell you is between, you, and I. It's our secret. Don't tell anyone. If you don't want anyone else to know, start from that right person that you're talking to, because that person also is a close friend of another. So they will tell them, please don't tell anyone. This is between you and I. And that person also has a close friend. Guess what? It begins to enlarge,
Right.
and suddenly it becomes
out there.
public.
Everybody knows.
You know?
How do we protect our relationships from people who say, if you don't post me, means you don't love me?
Orientation. Orientation. Since when did social media posting become an equation of love?
Right.
Okay, let's take away the advent of internet from the lifespan of humanity on the planet. Ghana started seeing social media really from the 2000s. Not really too well, because I remember when we're using, Yahoo and all these things. When did Google show up? Those are small boys in the market now. But in those days, Yahoo and the rest of them. Hotmail and Yahoo chat rooms.
Yeah.
And so on and so forth.
High five.
Yes. All right. Skype and the rest of them. Viber. Those are things that we used to be on. Now, if you take away that advent of social media from that age until today and before, where people were expressing love, was it on social media?
No,
It was never a part of it. And those relationships actually lingers longer. People have a lot of stamina because the external influences are minimal. The pressure that people have to face. See, a lot of people are making things up, and they are making it up for us to believe they are. People are just taking a stand and posing for their cameras, but they are not happy. So which is it? You want validation and likes. You want digital hugs. But in your relationship, you don't get any hug. Which one is it? You have to make up your mind. So I think that our orientation has been skewed because of the influences of our digital age. But if you have your core values intact, dude, I need no validation from anyone. I think I isolatedly have posted my wife once or twice in this year will be 18 years of marriage.
Wow.
Wow.
Congratulations.
All right? Maybe just on her birthday once or twice, not even every birthday. Because even on my own birthday, I don't really even post. Okay, it's my wife's birthday. Is there something I'm doing to make her happy? Posting on social media doesn't mean that we are not married again. Do you understand? So I think that our orientation should be properly seated and looked at. I'm very careful posting my kids on social media because you never know who is watching. I don't post where they go to school. I don't post where you can find them because you never know who wants to sit in this chair but have never gotten the chance.
That's true.
And then suddenly you are, and you become a target for them. So they want to find something they can do to hurt you.
That's true. I get the sense in protecting, children, protecting your kids and that. I wanted to ask this question around you know, you make an interesting point, keeping the family close. Maybe just very briefly, if beyond just a relationship, how do you also protect the family, right? There's an argument around at what point should children go online, this is a little outside the box, but at what point should children go online, start using phones and all of that? Maybe just very briefly on the need to keep the family close and also, you know, protecting them from the outside world through the use of the internet.
Okay. From ages 1 to above 6, I think it's a no-no for kids to have access to phones, because that is the point their brains
1 to
develop.
6.
Yes. I mean, statistics will talk about 1 to 5, but I put it at 1 to 6, because that is the age their brains are developing very effectively. So don't expose them to things you are not in control of. So that is the time you engage them in activities that they can be able to, that can help them to develop better. Reading, you know, activities, real things that gets them active to develop, learn skills, develop muscle, and so on and so forth. Now, beyond that age, I think that if you've introduced them within this first level of their lives to things like entrepreneurship or skills, I have seen isolatedly there are some kids that have developed either soccer skills or artistry or music, that they begin to pick, you know, data of this to be able to promote whatever career path they think they have channeled for this kid.
Interesting.
Based on that, yes. But other than that, anything else you're doing is too early.
Amazing. You know, I had a very strong opinion on this, but it seems like you have watered down my belief system, right? So I need to keep it punching again, because I can't let it go easy like that. Reverend, let's talk to me also very briefly. We have some messages here for our viewers, so we'll read it as well. You know, for some people, their love language, and I'm sure we all know about the love languages, right? This is not a show to go into it. But for some, theirs is words of affirmation. Right? They need to be affirmed.
By who?
By their spouse, by their partner, beyond what is personal, right? You agree with me that there's a limit to how much, assuming Eno and I are in a relationship, which we are in anyway, right? Except that it's a work relationship, right? There's a limit to how much I can say to Eno privately. At a point, you want it out there, and it is just human nature. Maybe for some people, I'm not one of them.
I would like to see this nature you are describing.
But Reverend, you agree with me, words of affirmation is a thing.
Solid.
But if you can't say what you want to say to me, why are you saying it on social media?
No, so the point
is today's generation.
Okay.
Let's burst his bubble a bit. There are people today who, so let's say I meet Eno. I like Eno. But they have a difficulty to walk to Eno, say, hi, my name is Benny. I've seen you from across the room. I love your smile. I'd like us to be friends. Probably maybe over time. Let's see whatever works. That if you're okay with it, can I have your contact? A lot of people today cannot do it. They rather, oh, sorry, can I take your number? And they hide behind devices to share junk, trash.
Thank you.
These are insecure, ignorant cowards who cannot speak.
Thank you.
Reverend,
They will say all the things they want to say on social media. They are WhatsApping you in front of you. That's word of affirmation. What you are sharing is text.
Thank you.
You're wasting your time.
Thank you, Reverend.
Good morning, Reverend. I really love and support what Reverend Benny Osedia is saying, because lots of things are happening in our society and churches, all in the name of this social media thing. Let's be careful with this. It's shattering many dreams. You didn't send your name. Okay, sorry. Xavier Della Dovlo from ABM. With that one, Godwin also says social media can be a great way to share your joy and happiness with your friends, and posting about your relationship can help you feel more committed and accountable to each other.
Accountable.
It has really helped me. I was once a womanizer, so it's really helped me to reflect on myself and to know what's going on. This message is from Godwin. Interesting. Reverend, I need your thoughts on that. Let me just add these last ones. This one says, everything Rev said is valid and true. Posting your partner isn't bad, but it's how and often you do it. Posting your partner once in a while just shows your partner how proud you are of themselves, and it's not a validation issue. Nonetheless, once you put it out, you've got to be able to face its consequences. That was Ndela. This one from AJ Kwame says, thank you so much for this insight and this lovely message on the need to protect and ensure that you are ready before the world sees it. Thank you, Ref. This other message says, great conversation, guys. Thank you, Ref, for this valuable insights into building healthy relationships. So,
I want Ref to comment on that before I come with the messages I have.
Very, very briefly. They said it is a way to be accountable to each other.
Okay.
You agree?
Oh, to a very large extent, yes.
Thank you.
But let's query the accountability.
Thank you. Let's query it.
People can make excuses for so many different things.
Yeah.
Who am I accountable to? Is it you that I'm in the relationship with, or to the society? If you live your life by societal opinion, you will die in depression. What if society gives me a thumbs up, but the one I'm in the relationship with
gives you a thumbs down?
Gives you a thumbs down. Where would you find that happiness? Would you be proud of yourself? No. So here is it. If I think I'm a player, a Casanova, whatever Game Boy, whatever names they have for it now, and I am not a changed man, thinking that if I post you, everyone knows, I can give you, I can share with you things where people can post you, this is my husband, this is my wife. They have this agreement with whoever they have on the side, and they're doing their thing. The person understands. You don't need to post me, we just need to keep our things going. Let your wife feel free and let your husband, that's what they want. Post them. But whatever they want to do, they will do behind. There are so many people today. You think the world don't know who your spouses are? They know. But does it stop them from doing what they have to do? So here is it. Accountability does not lie with posting the person you are with out there. It lays with you, the individual. And you have to have that responsibility to yourself and respect your partner enough to want to do it right.
Let's take some messages from
I'm called Fred, a soldier from Tamale. This thing of save the dates cry, I don't know where it's coming from, because you've budgeted for your ceremony and you later post your flyer on social media. If the people you didn't invite to the program come around now, you start complaining. All of this is pressure from the public. My friend did some, so I have to do same. How? The pastor is too much. I like how he's breaking down the issues. God bless him. Recently, I had a situation where a lady that likes me made a move at me, but I didn't conform. Later during our conversation, she said she's grateful I didn't agree to her seductive actions, because if I post my lady, it will hurt her. But if I don't post her, we can still hit it. And Judith says, as for me, I'm scared of anything posting online.
Because it is an indirect social contract to prevent people from actively looking to come and take the
You think?
Yeah.
Dude, there are people today, there are people today who even the fact that you are married and you've got someone
will come after
they are interested in you.
Yeah, but
because they say you are responsible.
So those are immoral people, right? Yeah.
Who are we talking about now?
Some they don't know. If I go on NO social and I don't see, and that's the last point, you know, we have to continue again, because look, I was 100% resolute in my thinking around it. You brought me down to 50.
Yeah.
So we'll continue.
Reverend, thank you so much. We have to continue this conversation tomorrow because the messages just keep coming in.